So we at chapter 6 of the consequences of breach of contract. 73. Compensation of loss or damage caused by breach of contract. When a contract has been broken, the party who suffers by such breach is entitled to receive from the party who has broken the contract compensation of any loss or damage caused to him thereby, which naturally arose in the usual course of things from such breach, or which the parties knew when they made the contract to be likely to result from the breach of it. Such compensation is not to be given for any remote or indirect loss of damage sustained by reason of the breach. Compensation for failure to discharge obligation resembling those created by contract. When an obligation resembling those created by contract has been incurred and has not been discharged, any person injured by the failure to discharge it is entitled to receive the same compensation from the party in default, as if such person had contracted to discharge it and had broken his contract. Explanation. In estimating the loss or damage arising from a breach of contract, the means which existed of remedying explanation. In examining the loss or damage arising from a breach of contract, the means of which existed of remedying the inconvenience caused by non-performance of the contract must be taken into account. 74. Compensation of breach of contract where penalty stipulated. 4. When a contract has been broken, if a sum named in the contract as the amount be paid in case of such breach, or if the contract contains any other stipulation by way of penalty, the party complaining of the breach is entitled, whether or not actual damage or loss or proved to have been caused thereby, to receive from the party who has broken the contract reasonable compensation not exceeding the amount so named, or, as the case may be, the penalty stipulated for. Explanation. A stipulation for increased interest from the date of default may be a stipulation by way of penalty. Explanation. When a person enters into any bail, bond, recognizance, or other instrument of the same nature, or under the provisions of any law, or under the orders of the central government, or of any state government, giving any bound for the performance of any public duty or act in which the public are interested, he shall be liable, upon breach of the condition of any such instrument, to pay the whole sum mentioned therein. 75. Party rightfully rescinding contract entitled to compensation. A party who rightfully rescinds a contract is entitled to compensation for any damage which he has sustained through the non-fulfillment of the contract. I could just do this one because it's chapter 7, Sales of Goods. There's a Sales of Goods Act. Section 76 through 123, repealed. And whenever we come back, we're going to be here at 8 of indemnity and guarantee.